Good morning. So today is Monday, and today's the day I'm getting off trail for a while. So last night, after I said goodnight, it was getting close to dark, but not quite dark. The wind picked up. It was howling. I got out of my tent and looked up just to double check to make sure there were no widowmakers above me. It was blowing so hard. Then it rained. It rained pretty hard for a little while. We got everything still pretty wet. I packed up my tent wet this morning. I slept pretty good last night. But as it got closer to time to get up, I knew I had to get up on time because I needed to be walking by 6 a.m. Yesterday, I don't know what happened. Like I said, my pace was just so slow. It can't be that slow today or I'm not gonna make it. So I should have plenty of time. But I don't know, if the descent is steep and rocky, I'm not sure if it is or not. I just know it's steep and it's wet. It could take a while, but anyway, I am not back to the AT yet. I'm on the side trail going to the shelter still. I started walking away from where I was camped at 6:02. My plan was to be walking by 6, so pretty close. Let's just see what all happens. There's a big beaver pond coming up that's supposed to be neat. And there's a comment from about a month ago that somebody saw a moose in the pond early in the morning. Well, that'd be cool. It's amazing to me that we're now like in moose country. It's crazy that we're in Vermont. What's crazier is I haven't driven a car in over 4 months. And starting this afternoon, I'm gonna get in a car and drive 1,100 miles. I'm a little worried about it. I don't know if I still know how to drive. My mom would say I never knew how to drive. This is what the trail looks like after rain. All the plants are heavy with water and they're just hanging over the trail. So you just walk through them like walking through a car wash. Not pleasant at all. I even put on a pair of dry socks this morning. And I don't know why. I've been walking for 30 minutes and I'm soaked. The light is so low and it's so hazy or misty, foggy, spooky down in here. You can barely see very far. Low visibility today. This is supposed to be the beaver bog, but as you can see, we can't see much. You see the edge of the water here. You see that tree some beavers have done a number on. I don't know if you hear that, there's thunder rumbling in the distance. I was up high earlier, I had a little bit of service. And the radar doesn't look pretty. I don't think it's if, I think it's when I get stormed on. It's pretty hard to follow the trail. Like here, there's no blazes anywhere. I don't know if the trail goes there or there. A minute ago I had to basically bushwhack to figure out where the trail was. I'm drenched. Everything I have is soaked. As I couldn't find the trail, I went down 3 different paths and they all just ended in a clutter of weeds and water. I finally decided that I knew the trail went around that beaver lake a certain way. So I just started trudging through the weeds. I fell once. It was pouring down rain at this point. And then luckily, it wasn't very long, maybe 50 yards or so, and it turned back into the trail. I don't know. There was a blaze right there, but man, there has not been many blazes today. The trail is in really poor shape as far as being overgrown. Ugh. There's just like water swishing in my socks with every step. There's really no point of even trying to avoid the puddles at this point. I'm just walking right down the trail. And I guess it doesn't matter about water. I can get water. I can filter water right off the trail. Look at this. The trail is one of the best water sources I've seen in a while. Hopefully I don't need to filter water. I'm just ready to keep on marching. Get to this parking lot. But I still have probably, I don't know, I bet I have 8 miles still. Doesn't this look like something like you'd see in Colorado or Wyoming or Montana? Looks like there should be moose or elk out there. This has been a beautiful stretch of trail. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to record much because it's been pouring down rain so much of the day. I am drenched. I did just call Enterprise to confirm my pickup, and they're going to come 30 minutes earlier than I originally had said. And oh gosh, I barely have service. I finally got through all the push this number, push that number to talk to someone local, and then I was trying to talk and walk and I lost service, so I had to call again and start over. But anyway, I'm 4.8 miles from the parking lot. Got almost 3 hours, 2.5 hours I think to get there. So things are looking good. I've already been thinking about how I'm gonna get dry clothes to drive. I had been kind of thinking that I would maybe try to just go all the way through, other than stopping at maybe a couple rest stops or truck stops to sleep for a few hours. Try to drive through, but man, I am soaked to the bone. All my gear's wet. My tent was kind of muddy when I put it up, so I don't know. I will probably get dry, and I don't know, I'll probably try to get 300 or 400 miles in this evening, and then I may stop at a hotel and even try to do my laundry and clean some of my gear. That way I'm not hauling all that stuff into my parents' house. I don't want to have to, as soon as I get there, have to start dealing with wet gear. I want to hug on my puppy. I want to hang out with Lucy. So, I don't know. We'll see. Probably won't get home till late tomorrow, since I got a lot of driving to do and the state of affairs right now. But man, it sucks that this is the weather, because there's so much pretty stuff today I would like to be showing you all. There was a spot back there, another beaver bog, that was just gorgeous, but it was pouring down rain, and I was going across like a board, like a boardwalk type thing they made across the beaver pond, and there's weeds growing all around them. There was no way I was attempting to video then. But whew. So far, Vermont's been throwing me everything it has, but it's been pretty. That's a heck of a view out there. Almost to the parking lot. I've been descending for quite a while now. Pretty much all stone rocks that are kind of reminiscent of stone steps. You see the road down there. I'm getting close. Alright, that's a wrap for now. The trail goes across the street to a parking lot, so I'm going to keep walking that. I'm going to get picked up here by Enterprise, and man, I don't know. I'm excited to have a few days off, but I'm I'm looking forward to leaving the trail for a little bit. I am looking forward to some drying my feet out today, though. All right, I'm starting to get worried here. There's no cell signal at all at this parking lot. It's 12:55. I talked to Enterprise at about 11 a.m. and they said they'd be here by 12:30. I was here in plenty of time. They've yet to show up. So I've been sitting here for about 40 minutes now, and I'm really hoping they show up quick because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just wasting time that I could be on the road driving. All right, I'm still at Enterprise. They've had quite the day, they said. A bunch of stuff going on. I guess they've car shortages. They went to get my car and it was wrecked, and then they tried to give me something else, and I'm like, I'm fine with the wrecked car. It's not, as long as there's nothing wrong with it. So they ended up giving me a heck of a deal. I took a couple $100 off, plus being late, they hooked me up. So I'm still sitting here. It's almost 2 p.m. I was hoping to be on the road by now, but no such luck yet. However, I think we're getting close, and then I'm going to get a Jeep Compass is what they're giving me with the jacked up hood because it's been wrecked, but I just want to get on the road. All right, so the Jeep was jacked. After I waited around, the guy pulled it out from being cleaned, and he said, no, he said it's revving too hard. He's like, can't give you that one. So then people had brought these other things, a couple other vehicles back, and he let me pick. I have one fancy minivan. I'm talking like leather all the way back to the third row. Got TVs. We got, man, this thing's comfy. It's fancy. Anyway, I drove about 30 miles so far. I'm starving, and I found a McDonald's. I'm going to run inside. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to change into a dry shirt and stuff here, too. I got all this room to spread stuff out. It's amazing. I may even sleep in this sucker tonight. Nah, I'll probably get a hotel. I want to shower. All right, I'm going to get something to eat. I'll talk to you all in a bit. All right, so McDonald's was good. I'm just cruising along, figuring out all the fancy things on this van, like the adaptive cruise control and all that. I guess driving is kind of like riding a bike. So a couple of things. One, these fancy glasses, and they're actually like not pink, they're like man glasses. I was thinking last night I'm gonna have to buy me a cheap pair of sunglasses at a gas station somewhere because I'm not gonna want to drive without glasses. And you know what? This morning I saw these suckers about 4 miles from the parking lot just hanging on a limb. I'm like, perfecto. Pack those things out. That's trail magic. Speaking of trail magic, also big thanks to Rebecca Wynn, who sent me some virtual trail magic that paid for my McDonald's lunch and whatever it is I'm going to have for dinner. Let's see, what else? Oh my goodness. So this phone, because I was in the rain all morning, I tried to charge it and plug it into this vehicle when I left there to set up the Apple CarPlay. And it said that there was moisture detected in the charge port, so I couldn't plug the phone in. So there has been horrible radio stations I've been skipping between. I just now got it so it'll like plug up to my phone, but now I'm going to pull over, like sync my phone with this vehicle so I can do the Apple CarPlay. I'm going to have to do that before long because I got several hours left on my book on tape. My audio book, I think they call it these fancy days. So I want to listen to my audio book. And man, I don't know. I got mud just dried up and down my legs. I halfway thought about just stopping for a couple hours, sleep in the back of this van tonight, and then keep on going. Get home in the morning. But you know, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to stop at a hotel. Not yet. I'm going to drive at least 3 more hours probably. Then stop at a hotel. Get a good night's sleep. Because I still have 984 miles to get home. That's a haul. A little bit ago I saw a sign. I've been driving like an hour and a half or something, and I look, I'm like, holy cow. The sign said I was like 230 miles from Buffalo, New York. Like on the other side of Buffalo, New York. Whew, I got a long way to go. I don't know if I'll do laundry at a hotel or not, but man, that'd be nice to get so I don't walk in with all this wet stuff. I don't know. I'll have to go through my stuff later and see what I'm thinking. But I'm probably, maybe for sure, gonna stop at a hotel, get a good night's sleep, and I'll just get home later tomorrow, like tomorrow late afternoon or early evening instead of tomorrow morning. All right, nothing else to report on right now. Just cruising along, waiting for these semi trucks to get out of the way so I can go. Just crossed into Pennsylvania, and I have been just watching a gorgeous sunset tonight. Not really sure what I'm going to do. I looked at a hotel a minute ago in Erie, Pennsylvania, but it was more expensive than I was hoping for. So I'm not really tired yet. So I don't know. If I'm going to stop and get a hotel, I feel like I need to do it quick so I can get my money's worth and get a good night's sleep. But I don't know. I'm still good driving, so I don't know. I'm gonna decide here shortly if I'm gonna stop soon for the night or just keep on driving and take a nap in the van. Oh my goodness, it's like 12:30 a.m. right now. I tried starting at 10 o'clock. I got off at one exit, tried to get a hotel room. There were several hotels, but everything was either like 160 or 180 bucks or book solid. And since it was so late, I didn't really want to spend that much money just to sleep for 6 or 7 hours and go again. So I kept going. I'm getting pretty tired because I was up at 5 a.m. and I finally just decided I got to stop. So I'm going to try to put my air mattress in the back of this van and sleep right here in a Holiday Inn Express parking lot. So I don't know. I'll let you know how it goes. Good morning. I guess it's time to get up. It's after 6 o'clock. I think I slept like 6 hours here in the back of this van. I slept pretty good, really, so I'm looking forward to a shower when I get home, but I guess I just saved the hotel money and definitely I'll get back earlier since I slept in the car, so. Well, I guess it's time to slip my Crocs on, crawl up into the driver's seat and start heading towards the house. Ugh. I feel like I could sleep another 10 hours. All right, I drove about 10 miles and stopped at a Pilot gas station. I got me a coffee, a flavored coffee, French vanilla. I threw away my water bottles because I get new ones at home. I threw away those nasty shoes, and I threw away my trash from my food bag just while I was piddling around here. Maybe that'll help get rid of those damp shoes. Maybe that'll help the smell in this place. All right, well, I've got about 8 hours still before I get home. And Siri's wanting me to get going, it sounds like. Hey. I'm just cruising west. I've gone all the way across to Ohio today, and I'm somewhere near the middle of Indiana. I think I'm getting pretty close to Indianapolis. Stopped a couple times for snacks and drinks and pee breaks, and just cruising along. I've only got a little over 4 hours left. It's about 10:30, and I don't know where, but somewhere I'm gonna hit the central time zone where it's only 9:30. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, I know how important semi-truck drivers are, and they get everything we buy to the place where we can buy them. But my gosh, I haven't driven in 4.5 months, and they want to take over the road and get next to each other and block all the traffic and jockey for position and block all the cars out. I'm sure they've got it figured out so they can maximize their profits the way they drive. But man, driving me nuts is what they're doing. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. I'm just excited to get home and see my dog, Lucy. And Moss just texted me a few minutes ago and said she booked her flight back to the trail, and she booked it for tomorrow. So she has not wasted much time. So let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday, and so my guess is she'll fly tomorrow and probably start hiking Thursday. She's 52 miles behind me on the trail, so it's like she'll probably be where I got off the trail at on Sunday, and I won't be back in, I don't know, I may not be hiking for another 4 days after that. I'll have to wait and see when I get back. But it sounds like she'll likely be well ahead of me when I get back on trail. Let's see. I've just been jamming, man. It's been so long since I drove a car, and I like to drive distances. I've ridden a motorcycle 1,000 miles in a day several times, and it's nice to be able to sit back and listen to some music and not just be resting my legs and my feet. I've been thinking about, there's so many cars. I've been seeing all the cars, and some of these cars are like stuff I didn't realize existed. Probably stuff that came out this year. Mostly little stuff that I wouldn't really be all that interested in, but I've been trying to figure out what kind of car do I want, because when this hike is over, I've only got 6 weeks of hiking left, and when this hike's over, I gotta get a car so I can get a job. I don't know, I've also been thinking about like all the stuff I gotta do when I get home, and I need to give my dog a bath. My mom says she definitely needs a bath. That won't take very long. I realized there's a hole in my shorts, so I need to get a new pair of hiking shorts and resupply, and there's several things I just need to kind of replenish my gear. I think I'm going to go ahead and permethrin my new shoes and socks and my pack again. I'm going to probably wash my pack again as well. So, I don't know. Right now I'm just looking forward to getting there, seeing my dog, taking a shower, and trimming all this mess off, and doing some grooming, shaving my head. Probably won't do much today other than that kind of stuff, and then probably try to knock out all the resupply and all the trail gear stuff tomorrow. But anyway, I got 4 hours and 18 minutes left, it says here. 297 miles, and I'll be home. Hope you're all having a good day. It's kind of rainy. It's been just overcast all day, and now it's just starting to drizzle a little. And I'd much rather drive when it's overcast versus like the sun beaming in at you, staring into the sun, or it hitting you on the side or something like that. So it's been a perfect morning to drive so far. Missouri state line in my home state, in only 30 more minutes so I can see my puppy dog. Alright, I made it home, shaved my beard, took a shower. I had told my mom when I was driving I was craving some fried potatoes and onions. So she got those and made some homemade gravy and some bacon and some biscuits. And they can't see you. So I uploaded one video, I unpacked my stuff, and now it's time to go walk the dogs. Lucy wasn't overly excited to see me. I didn't think she would be. She likes to give me the cold shoulder when I leave her. She's slowly starting to warm back up to normal, but I don't know. It's been a cool reception. That's not the right word. What do you call it? It has not been a very warm greeting. How about that? I'll leave it at that. All right. Well, I'll leave you a couple pictures of Lucy or some video of us walking here in a minute. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you good night and close this one out. And I don't know what you're gonna see next, because I don't think my daily life is gonna be all that interesting. Oh, let me tell you something. So as I'm getting close, I was like 20 minutes from home, and I see I have an email from my storage locker place. And apparently there was my mom had already told me this morning there was like 8 inches of rain last night, and there was flooding everywhere. Apparently my storage unit is flooded. I didn't even go check it out yet. That's a task that's gonna have to come from tomorrow's energy, so I don't know. Hopefully all my stuff's not ruined. Hopefully, they said they weren't sure. They think there was about 2 inches of water in the part of the building. I mean, this is an inside climate-controlled storage. So I don't know. Definitely not what I wanted to have to deal with while I was home, but looks like that's what I'm going to have to deal with tomorrow. All right. Maybe I'll do a gear video while I'm home. I've been thinking about doing a gear video for like 2 months. I've never done it, so maybe I'll do like a 2,000 mile gear video. We'll see.
Get our nose diving.
I'm gonna get you loose. Hey. This way. Come on. Get back over here. Good girl. Good girl.